the 10-second clapper sounds.
Jeez.
Shields unable to escape from her back. And Abigail Montes will finish this fight on top.
Yeah,
Impressive performance.
Claressa Shields lost the fight. It was the 2 takedowns. Close fight. And basically what's called in MMA ground control on TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Now, straight from the beginning, Claressa Shields is going to get, and I don't use this term lightly, a lot of hate because of her reputation, because she's going to take her first MMA defeat. There are the numbers right there. Now, in MMA, mixed martial arts, it's not just about landing punches. It's crazy that I have to say this. But a lot of boxing fans, especially since I had a chance to take a beautiful nap, and I'm here at 3 o'clock in the morning, watching this over on ESPN Plus, is that a lot of people feel that Claressa Shields was robbed. I just watched it all 3 rounds. You know, stand up, striking, Claressa Shields obviously, you know, is number one, you know, in the ring, of course, in the octagon or the smart cage or whatever they're calling it. But this girl right here, and I'm surprised she's only 21 years old, Abigail Montes, 3-0 now, she is an MMA fighter. No telling how long this girl's been doing this and watching and practicing MMA. She's 21 years old. So even though she's still a young MMA fighter, regards to her career, when did she debut pro? According to SureDog, a couple years ago, 2019. She still overall knows more in the smart cage. This is what is it? Premier Boxing League? I mean, Premier Fighters League, or oh Lord, I don't even know what PFL stands for. I'm sorry. Is it Premier or Professional Fighters League? Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is Claressa Shields is still growing in MMA. And from what I've seen covering her last 2 fights, you know, her only 2 professional MMA fights, the last one was against, I forgot the girl's name. I'm sorry, my memory shit. I've said this before. Brittany Elkin, that was in PFL 4, June of this year. You know, you see that in these 2 fights she's growing. And one thing I'm actually really like impressed with is her defense. Now, when you look at how she could have won this fight, she gets a little too overzealous with the striking. I get it. She's a boxer. You know, sometimes she should, you know, I'm not an MMA fighter. You know, all I'm saying is I do moonlight in covering MMA. I have covered, if not, but only 2, every Claressa Shields fight. This is her all sports, not a pro. Claressa Shields fight on YouTube, except about 2. I've been to a couple, sent people to a couple. You know, we're just not no casuals here talking about Claressa Shields. She's 11-0 with 2 KOs, multi-division champion, 154, 160, and 168. And she's also been undisputed, you know, at 154 and 160 pounds. Yeah, that was 160 she was undisputed. Now, I do have to say she has a following, to say the least. And we're waiting for them to show some highlights, even though I can fast forward. Oh, here we are. Boom. Like, put it this way, she got the goods. She's good. But she's still learning, like right there. You see how you can't like swing like that in MMA. And especially not expect for somebody who knows that you're new in MMA not to go and try to take you down. You know? And it's stuff like that she's got to learn. Now, that was in the last 30 seconds or so. This is probably like when she lost the fight. Just by that takedown and that ground control. But overall, she does. And a lot of that shit wasn't even, she was like blocking. That shit wasn't hitting clean. So it's hard to say that she has a ways to go. She don't. Like, she's there. Like, here's the thing. Her reputation is going to make things harder for her in MMA. One of the things I said in my post-fight of her last, here is the fighter performance rating. In my post, let me turn it up. Listen in. Please subscribe. Take your time out. Like the video. Only takes a couple of minutes, seconds. Take your time out. Like the video. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com.
Agreeing with FPR, giving the final 2 rounds to Abigail Montes. We'll see what Randy and Kenny thought of it. So across the board, FPR fan vote, Randy, Kenny. Now we'll find out what the official judges' scorecards look like. For that, we go to Lillian Garcia.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Michael Tate scores the contest 29-28 for Shields. Judge Mark Streisand scores it 29-28 for Montes. And Judge Hector Gomez has it 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Abigail Montes.
Abigail Montes, successful in her U.S. debut. 3-0 as a professional mixed martial artist. And for Claressa Shields, the first time she has tasted defeat in any professional combat sports endeavor. Undefeated as a pro boxer. And coming into tonight, she was 1-0 as a mixed martial artist. You can see the good sportsmanship. She handles that with grace and aplomb. Abigail Montes, this is a huge win for her.
Absolutely huge win for her.
Like I said, you can't really say, like, she didn't get beat up, she didn't get knocked out, she didn't get choked out. And you can see, if you watch MMA, you know, I'm not saying I'm an MMA expert. I know I got to keep putting these disclaimers out there, but you can see how, you know, what she could have improved at and how she could have won the fight. This is not a fight where you can't go back and watch some tape and say, damn, if she would have not did this or did that, she would have had a better chance. Now, we're not taking anything away from Abigail Montes. I mean, Abigail Montes. I'm just saying, you know, respect to both sides. But as a boxing guy, I'm really impressed with Claressa Shields, and she can go further. So she's supposed to come back in December. By the way, here is Abigail's Instagram, if anybody wants to know. 21 years old. This girl's been doing this for a long ass time. Like, she is an MMA fighter. I mean, look how strong those legs look, bro. She was underhooking the shit out that Claressa Shields bootay. Anyway, Claressa Shields is supposed to return 11-0 with 2 KOs, as we said, December the 11th against Emma Kozin to defend her 154-pound undisputed titles. 21-0-1 with 11 KOs. She's 22 years old. I don't know. I need to watch some tape on this girl. I'm going to have to watch some tape. Is she really 22? Let me see what Google say, because, you know, sometimes the box rec pictures don't really give you the full scope. What you say in Google? She's supposed to be fighting this? Oh, this girl look rough. Like, you know, not in a disrespectful way, but like she can fight. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch some tape. Well, anyway, then after that, if she wins, on that same night, they're headlining a card 11-0 with 9 KOs. I'm guessing Claressa Shields is going to be the main event, and Marshall is going to be the co-feature, or the one coming, you know, Claressa Shields is going to be the one that close out the show, I'm guessing. But she doesn't have an opponent, and her and Claressa Shields are supposed to be fighting sometime next year. And I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. This girl right here is no joke. Go watch some tape. She's a fucking female 6-foot Tyson Fury. She is no joke. Do not, now, you know, I'm a huge Claressa Shields supporter. Even though she be on some shit sometimes on social media. Why they playing commercials like, bro, all on my shit? Like, for example, sometimes she just be on some delusional shit. And, you know, for her to have the accomplishments that she has, she be just on some social media, like, I don't want to get into it, but fans, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes she can be a little too much, and, you know, I be thinking, like, the people that you be trying to, like, really, really appeal to, them motherfuckers, like, you know, I guess she's never told nobody's never told her, like, yo, them motherfuckers don't really give a fuck about you. Like, worry about yourself and your career. And, you know, a lot of times you hear her, you know, whinging about how she wants equal pay. You know, and that her fight should be pay-per-view. You know, she had a falling out with Showtime, heavy rumors that, you know, she shit the bed over with the Zone. You know, she rubbed certain fighters the wrong way, like Cecilia Brakus. You know, sometimes she can be her own worst enemy, and I didn't want her taking that. I'm not her, you know, I'm just saying, I didn't want to see her taking that type of energy over to MMA. So what she did was she privated her Twitter, mostly because she was going back and forth with mixed martial, you know, like arts fans. And I'm thinking, like, why are you going back and forth with them? By the way, follow me on Twitter at TstreeT Contra. It's right down below, or TstreeT Controversy. And, you know, it just makes her, it's just a bad look. But anyway, about the Savannah Marshall. Don't let people gas your head up. Claressa Shields is nice, she good. But this is the woman in boxing, the only one to ever beat her. And this time, if they fight again, I don't call Claressa Shields the GOAT. That's what she calls herself. I watch boxing. I cover boxing. And to be honest, I can't really think of, off the top of my head, who on YouTube, not even bullshitting, covers more women boxing than me. I can't think anybody. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm talking about across all weight divisions. You know, so I watch it. This woman, Savannah Marshall, ain't no fucking joke. Go watch some tape. She will beat Claressa Shields. I'm not saying, listen, I said it. You know, I understand people gonna be like, nigga, stay on code, and you coon, and like, bro, go ahead. Well, bet your motherfucking money on Claressa Shields then. All right, go ahead, bet your money. I don't gamble, and don't ask me. People been saying, well, put some money on it. Listen, I'm telling you, this is boxing. People did that shit with Deontay Wilder. This woman is good. Then they're not even gonna give Abigail Montes no post-fight interview. Like, what the fuck is up with that? PFL, I was sitting here waiting for that, rambling and shit. Well, anyway, her and Savannah Marshall, if Claressa Shields get through her, this girl right here, this girl, she look like she ain't no joke. If she get through her, then her and Savannah Marshall are supposed to face off sometime next year. Now, the Savannah Marshall fight, if Claressa Shields loses that, then, you know, for women's boxing, I understand what she's trying to do. You know, I understand what she can do. It's not going to be the end of the world if she loses, but with the reputation she's built for herself, I want to see her to be able to transcend all sides, all races and everything. But sometimes she can be her own worst enemy, bro. Like, it's fucking frustrating. You know, I've been dancing around it. It's frustrating. I'd be like, yo, like, what the fuck? Why is she, you know, saying that, wondering why Showtime don't want to give her commentating gigs and shit like that. Like, you know, I've read the articles. You know, wondering why she's not on pay-per-view, or certain people or networks don't want to really get behind her and back her. I'm not saying that she shouldn't be who she is, but if she wants to be a businesswoman and a star, she's got to know how to play both sides and not just listen to the people. Like, bro, that shit is weird to me. I'm just saying. You know, I'm TstreeT Controversy, but FightView360.com. I'm impressed with her performance. Like, defensively, from what I've seen and me moonlighting in MMA, yo, she's got it. You know, one thing that may be an issue is the weight class and finding, you know, opponents with a name, but also, you know, as you're building her up, that she can, you know, like, defeat, because she's competing at 155 pounds. You know, in the UFC, they only go up to 145, and that division is kind of funky. So, you know, don't say she's not going to be in UFC. Let's just leave it at that. And if you're talking about her versus Kayla Harrison, which I'm going to be watching, I'm probably not going to do a video. I know how people are going to say, how you cover Claressa Shields, but didn't cover the main event. She would probably break her arm. You know, like, this MMA shit ain't no joke. Anyway, I'm out here. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe.